Okay, now this video is our second assessment on y equals mx plus b. So, first, write an equation for a line with a slope of -5, and then the point when I input 4 for x, I get -3 for y. So the setup is y equals blank x plus blank, and this is m, this is b. So I got to determine those two. Now remember, m is the slope of the line and it's -5, so I didn't have to do too much there. To find the b, we use the formula y equals m times x plus b. And we're finding the b, we cross these out. Now my m is the -5 that's up there. And then y is -3, and then we times the m by the x term, which is x value of 4. So I have -3. That gives me a -20 product plus b. So here's b. It's not being multiplied. I just need to unadd -20, which I would do by adding just 20. So that'd be 17 is b. Okay, and remember how I told you to check your answer. You can punch in -5 times the x value of 4 and then add 17, and you should get -3. Yep, I did. Okay, the next one. Write an equation for the line passing through the point 6, -2 and 8, -7. So MB. Now we don't even know the slope here. When x is 6, y is -2, and when x is 8, y gives me an output of -6. So my m formula, when I don't know it, y minus y, x minus x. So I'm going to do the math over here. Now, it doesn't matter the order you subtract the y's. I'll go -6 and -2. But if I go that way, it's got to be 8 and 6. Okay, minus negatives plus plus. Now on top, -6 plus 2 is -4. And on bottom, you get 2. Now, do the ABC. -4, ABC 2 is -2. So you want to put -2. You don't want to leave it -4 over 2. If it ABCs into a whole number, an integer, you want it. Okay, and then the B, y equals m times x plus b. So B is my golden boy. And the m is -2. And then we can pick, we'll just pick the second one. So -6 is y, and then I times -2 by 8. Okay, so that gives me a -16 product, and then plus b. And I have to unadd the -16, which I do by just adding 16 to both sides. So -6 plus 16 is 10. So 10. Okay, and if you want to test your answer, -2 times 8, see, punch these in for x and see if you get these two y outputs. Okay, now, the directions are very poor here. You need to rewrite this standard equation. Okay, it's in standard form because the x and y are together. You need to rewrite it in slope int form. Okay, so the first thing is we got to circle the y and what it's being multiplied by. It's being multiplied by -6. So I need to unadd 4x. I subtract 4x, and then I subtract that not from the 12, just behind the 12. And then we'll make it plus negative. So now I have -6y, and I'm going to want to switch the order there. So -4x plus 12. Then I divide all these by -6. Because what happens is here I'll just have y. Over here, again, if you try to do -4 ABC -6, it's going to say don't make syntax error. That's because you can't have a negative on bottom. But with a negative on top, you can just eliminate them. Okay? You want an ABC in front of the x because that's where your slope's at. You want that to be a fraction. So 2/3 x. Now put the x there. Then in the second one, I just actually divide 12 by -6, -2. You can put -2 or plus -2. It's in slope-intercept form. Okay, now this is a lot of story problems on this one. So an internet service provider charges $45 for installation plus $20 per month. Find the cost of internet for 10 months. Okay, the cost needs to include the installation. So there's my money. So obviously I got money, but I also have months in there too. So that's 2 units. So X is months, Y is money, so it's per month, and dollars per month. Dollars per month is 20. And B, you have a prior amount of $45. So we pretty much know our M and B here. Okay, so B, MXY. If you like the X comma Y still, just use it. It's the same thing. Okay, and prior to 20, we have 45. So B is known here. So that's my equation. We have 45 plus 20X equals Y. Then we're going to put 10 months for the X, okay? X is months. So I have 45 plus 20, parentheses 10 equals Y. And since Y has no operations with it, I just use my calculator. 45 plus 20 times 10. The calculator will times first before it adds 45. So that's $245 equals Y. So the dollars is $245. Okay, number 5. I would like you to circle something that I usually already have. One-time membership fee. That's a money amount. Okay. A gym charges a one-time membership fee along $20 each month. A member has paid $200 after belonging to the gym for 7 months. If they stop paying after the gym, a total of $540 for how many months has a person been a member? So months. So we are trying to have the months, but there's also dollars as a factor, only one other factor. So that's X, that's Y. So per month, and it's dollars per month, and we have that figured out. That's $20, okay? Okay, but there is an initial amount of money. We just don't know what it is, okay? So there is a B here. We know that M is 20. Well, we got to figure out the initial amount, okay? So Y equals M times X plus B. We know our M from up there is 20. Now, for X and Y, we need a combo of months and money. They have to be in the same sentence. So in the same sentence, we know they paid $200 for 7 months. Okay, so months is X. So 7's my X, and Y is my 200. Okay, so 200 is my Y, and then times 7. So we have 200. 200 times 7 is 140 plus B. So we unadd the 140 by minusing 140. That gives me 60 equals B. Okay, so the B value is 60. That's not the answer to the problem. All that tells you is what your initial membership fee was. So you have 60 plus 20X equals Y. And then my $540 is a Y value. Okay, because I need to find my own X value. 60 plus 20X equals 540. X being multiplied by 20, so I unadd 60. So that's 480. 20 times X equals 480. Divide by 20, divide by 20, and X equals 24. So 24 months. Okay, number 6. A pool is draining by a constant amount each minute. After 5 minutes, the pool contains 225 gallons of water. After 10 minutes of drain, the pool contains 150 gallons of water. How many minutes does it take a full pool to contain 0 gallons of water? Okay, so I'm finding the minutes, but I also have gallons as another unit, so that's 2 of them. So X and Y. So per minute, gallons per minute. Okay, now I don't really know the gallons per minute, but I know you don't need to make this table. I know that we have 5 minutes, 225. I also know we have 10 and 150. So up at 0, there's no way, there is an initial amount of gallons, I just don't know. That's the B. So we need to know the gallons per minute, and if I don't know that, we're going to use our y minus y, x minus x, because that's like the m in an equation. Now you can't get the stuff all mixed around. Gallons is y, so we need to look for gallons quantities on top. So 225 and 150. Okay, and then the minutes on bottom, so it's going to be 5 minus 10. 5 goes with 225, 10 goes here. So that is 75 over negative 5. Don't ABC on a story problem. You always want to divide, okay? So negative 15. I mean, you can make it plus, move it up top. It's still going to be negative 15. You're kind of wasting your time there. Okay, so B plus MXY. So we know my M is negative 15. So to find the B, how much we started with, Y equals M times X plus B. Okay. So I protect the B. We know the M's negative 15. Now I need a combo. There's two different ones. You can go 5 minutes. I'll pick the first one. 5 minutes, 225 gallons. Okay, so minutes is X. Gallons is Y. So 225 is my X, and then we're going to times 5. So it gives me 225. That's negative 75 plus B. So we unadd our negative 75 by negatives by adding 75, and that gives me 300. Okay, so now we know our equation. We know we have 300 gallons to start with, and then we're adding negative 15 gallons per minute equals Y. So 0 gallons is going to be the input value, and gallons is going in for Y. Okay, so 0. So 300 plus negative 15x is 0. So here's my x being multiplied by negative 15. So I unadd 300 by subtracting. And then I end up dividing negative by negative, ensuring that I will get a positive solution. That gives me 20 minutes. Okay, number 7. A person is selling necklaces and bracelets. They sell bracelets for $12 each, necklaces for $12 each, bracelets for $10 each. At the end of the day, the person has made $174. If they have sold 7 necklaces, how many bracelets have they sold? Okay, so we're finding bracelets. Now you have bracelets, but then there's 2 other things that are added with necklaces and dollars. Well, that's 3 units. So we're going to make our little 9 by 9, our 3 by 3 table here. And then we put the 2 things I'm buying, which is bracelets, necklaces, and then together. And then how many per and total. And then you put the dollar sign above per and total, but not how many. How many is reserved for this? Okay, so my total amount of money is 174. We know that much. Now, on the top row, I'm on the lookout for non-money numbers. Okay, the only non-money number I know is 7. 7 necklaces. So X bracelets, and I don't need the together box. And I never need the together box here. Now I'm looking for money. Okay, the dollars per bracelet is $10. And for necklaces, it's $12. So we don't know how many bracelets. We know they're $10 each, but so I can write the expression 10x to represent the money total. Okay, 7 and 12. So 7 times 12 is 84. Okay, and I can write my equation. 10x plus 84 equals 174. So minus 84 from both sides. I get 10 times x equals 90. Divide by 10, divide by 10, and I get 9.